Hello, my dear students. In today's class, we will discuss about what is meant by microeconomics and what is meant by macroeconomics. What are the differences between the microeconomics and macroeconomics? In the year 1933, a Norwegian economist, Ragnar Frisch, first time used the words micro and macro in economics to explain about the different issues or different problems in economics. Because the economic problems may be small problems and large problems, that is big problems. So small problems require the solutions which are small, and the big problems require the solutions which are different. So to differentiate how to deal with the different problems, these words micro and macro was first coined in economics by Ragnar. Now, first we'll discuss about what is meant by microeconomics. Actually, the word micro is derived from a Greek word micros, which means small. So, if we are discussing about the small issues in economics, that is known as microeconomics. In detail, what we can say, microeconomics studies the economic behavior of the individual units. Economic behavior of the individual units. So it studies about the particular units rather than whole. For example, it studies about the consumer behavior. It studies about the working of a firm, or it studies about a house. That means it will not study the totals. It only studies about the individual units or particular units. This microeconomics was developed by Alfred Marshall. When we are speaking about economics, that is microeconomics, we should remember the contribution of Marshall. So Marshall wrote many books explaining about the microeconomic concepts. Okay. Microeconomics is also known as price theory. Why? Because in microeconomics only, we will discuss about determination of prices for the factors or determination of the prices to the commodities. Okay. And also in microeconomics, we will deal with the allocation of resources. What is meant by allocation of resources? That means distribution of the existing resources among the different users is known as the allocation of resources. For example, there is water. There is water in the river. That river water must be distributed for the agriculture sector, for the industrial sector, for the domestic purpose, for the generation of electricity, etc. So, when this water is distributed among the different users according to their needs is known as the allocation of resources. And also, microeconomics deals with the retail prices. Retail prices means what we are purchasing from the retailer. So how the price of a commodity which was purchased by the consumers are determined or is determined is explained in the microeconomics. Okay. Now, what are the concepts in microeconomics? So in microeconomics, first we'll study about the product pricing. So product pricing means what? Price means the value of a commodity expressed in terms of money is known as the price. For example, the price of a mobile phone is 20,000. The price of a chalk piece is 1 rupee. The price of a duster is 50 rupees. Or the price of so-and-so commodity is 100 rupees. So determination of the prices of the commodities is discussed under the microeconomics. So in microeconomics, we'll deal with demand and supply. Where the demand and supply are interacting, there the price is determined. Okay. That's why what we can say, Price determination of a commodity is discussed in the microeconomics. And the second one is factor pricing. Factor pricing means what? The factors of production, land, rent has to be paid, laborers, wages has to be paid, capital, interest has to be paid, entrepreneur, profit has to be taken. So how this rent is determined? Because the rent in Vijayawada is entirely different from the rent in Delhi. So why the rent in Delhi is more than the rent in Hyderabad? Or rent in Hyderabad is more than rent in Vijayawada. This can be understood if you study the microeconomics. Okay. And next one is consumer behavior. Who is a consumer? Consumer is a person who consumes the goods and services for the satisfaction of the wants are known as the consumer. So consumer behavior will not be same in all times. That means when he is purchasing a book, his mentality is entirely different from when they are purchasing a refrigerator. So the consumer behaves in different situations in different ways. So there are laws of utility, like law of diminishing marginal utility, law of consumer surplus, law of indifference curve analysis. These are the things which we are discussed in the microeconomics. And next one is welfare of a section of people. That means when we are discussing about the problems faced by the electricity workers in Vijayawada, that is known as microeconomics. When we are discussing about the problems of the Anganwadi workers, that is known as the microeconomics. Because among the labor force, Anganwadi workers are the part. We are discussing about the particular units. Auto drivers are the particular units, or electricity workers are the particular unit. So when we are discussing about the welfare of a section of people, that comes under the microeconomics. And next one is working of a study of a firm. That means firms means a single producing unit which can produce variety of goods. For example, Deloitte is a firm. Capgemini is a firm. Procter and Gamble is a firm. Infosys is a firm. Wipro is a firm. Tata is a firm. So Tata is a company which produces variety of goods and variety of services. When we are discussing about the Tata consultancy, or when we are discussing about the Tata Industries, that is known as the microeconomics. Because among all the firms, Tata is one of the firms. Okay. And next one is location of the industry. So location means a particular industry will be located in a particular area. For example, High-Tech City was located in Hyderabad. So why the High-Tech City was located in Hyderabad? Or we can say Bangalore is known as the Silicon Valley of India. That means all the software industries are located in Bangalore. Why not in Vijayawada? If we are discussing about these factors, this is also known as the microeconomics. So on the whole, what we can say, study about a tree in a forest is known as microeconomics. So in microeconomics, we will discuss about the individual units or particular units rather than whole. Thank you.